Oh, I was getting this stretch on. All right. Oh, really quick. Let's go into the fit because I always forget. Vintage Georgetown, single stitch tee. Just regular blue denim. Um, yep, that's pretty much it. Nothing to it. So let's go ahead and go into this. Lighting's good. Sneakers are intact. You're behind the camera. Let's go ahead and roll with it. Let's make number 33. Hey, everybody. Once again, shout out to each and every one of you for being present, for joining me on another journey of my sneaker profiles. Basically, profiling shoes in my collection, but this was actually took place the live. I'm pulling those shoes from that live from back in November 18th of 2021 when I basically wanted to show some 90s kicks, shoes that reminded me of middle school, of high school. So I wanted to show those on that live. So now here we are doing the sneaker profile on those shoes. So I appreciate you, like I said, for coming in, for tuning in, for taking time out of your guys' busy day and watching the Floyd Chavez channel. I appreciate you. Moving forward though, let's get all this stuff out of the way. If you guys are not subscribed, fellas, ladies, what the hell are you doing? Subscribe to this channel if you're a true lover of shoes, if you love old shoes, new shoes, this is your channel and you definitely want to tune in. So I appreciate that. If you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Definitely drop comments. If you don't know what to comment, just put your name so I could give you a shout out in the live or in the sneaker profiles. And then also, lastly, that bell to the right, hit that little bell just so you to be a reminder to not to forget about me and not to forget about my small channel. Like I said, each and every one of you matters. 115 strong on May 22nd. So I appreciate 115, but I know we could definitely do a lot better. So let's go ahead and pump this out there. Let's get into that algorithm of YouTube. But also, if you're not following me on Instagram, go give me a follow, Floyd Chavez Jr. And definitely I'm always posting shoes, places that I may go, fits, shorts, stuff like that. Definitely go follow me on there, and I'd really appreciate that as well. So you guys all know what's coming. You guys all seen the thumbnail. So let's go ahead and talk about this shoe. To me, it's one of those classics, one of those shoes that if you guys don't know the story behind it, I'm gonna bring it to you. It's just a really cool story, but it's a really nice shoe also. And I feel like it's a shoe that a lot of people have forgotten about or really no one talks about because it's just, an older 90s shoe. I love the 90s. I grew up in the 90s. Like I said, these shoes I pulled from, my high school, from my middle school days. The shoes that I just wasn't able to get at that time, but later on when they retroed, I was able to grab them. Thank God Nike retroed them. You can always count on Nike to keep retroing stuff over and over again. So this is one shoe though I definitely was very happy to get. I had to pick this up on eBay. I didn't get it for retail at any store. This is one of those shoes that I had to purchase on eBay. Thankfully, I found it in a size 10.5, and I'll show you the box and then also show you the shoe, and then we'll give you that background regarding the shoe. So let's take a look at the box here. Nike Flight 1, size 10.5. So there you have it. Let's get me focused. There you go. All right. So here we go. Classic shoe. Classic story behind the shoe. But let's go ahead and go into this one. So here we go. Boom, right there. The Nike Air Flight 1. So love this colorway. This is my favorite of this shoe in this colorway. I love the all black. Big fan, and the reason why is because of the story. Is the reason why I love this all black pair. So what do you guys think about this shoe? Do you remember this shoe? Have you forgot about this shoe? This is a shoe that not too many people really talk about too much. But this actually debuted on and released in 1995. The Air Flight 1 was made popular by Penny Hardaway himself. It was designed by Eric Avar. They were one of the few Nike sneakers worn on court by Michael Jordan himself outside of his own line and brand. These were actually retroed, and this is a 2012 retro right here. So this is a 2012 pair. So like I said, this was one of the shoes that Michael himself wore when he came back and played in the playoffs against the Orlando Magic. He actually wore this in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, like I said, between the Chicago Bulls and the Orlando Magic. So the funny story about this is, see that one because it's for Penny Hardaway. This was Penny Hardaway's shoe. Michael actually ripped this off when he wore this and he played against the Orlando Magic, because obviously he was playing against Penny Hardaway, and then also it was just another person's shoe that he was wearing. I don't know the story why he wore this shoe, because I know he actually after that he started wearing the Concord, so I'm not sure what happened in terms of that story. But I wore these probably like maybe a couple times. But as you can see, that one, it was clear, but now it's yellow. Just due to age, it is what it is when it comes to those type of things happening. But very cool shoe. Still has the Nike Air branding inside. Size 10.5. What do you guys think about this shoe? Not too many, like I said, not too many people talk about this. I remember it was retroed, I want to say during the All-Star game, and it came in an all gray, and these were green. But I don't think these glowed in the dark. But I did have that pair, but I eventually sold it. But I remember that they did retro these during the All-Star game. I forgot what All-Star game that was. It was like basically that Galaxy package, but it was pretty cool. I probably wish I should have kept it, but it is, at that time it was something that I never wore the shoe. I didn't think I was ever gonna wear the shoe, so I had to let it go. At that time I was downsizing. Just like currently now I'm trying to downsize, so it's really hard. But I also really like this tongue. Check out this tongue. Really cool tongue. This Nike, old school 90s patch right here for the Nike symbol. Very cool shoe though. I really like this. I'm glad to have this in the collection, especially with the story behind it that Jordan himself wore this when he played against Orlando Magic. He ripped the one out, which was pretty cool story. But I mean, to me, this is a really cool shoe. I mean, this is a classic shoe, and it's really light. So this isn't one of those heavy 90s shoes like a lot of those 90s shoes are. This is really light. Very, very good design as far as what Eric did for Penny. So I know they came out with some different colors. I remember the all-white one with some blue hits. So that was a pretty cool pair. But like I said, let me know what you think about this shoe. Let me know if you had this in your collection, or if you wore this when you played ball back in the 90s, or if you just were not able to cop this pair back then and just never wanted to ever cop it as it got retroed throughout the years. Let me know. Drop a comment down below. I would love to hear your story if you guys do remember this shoe, or if you guys don't. If you don't, like, would you want this to be retroed? And if it is retro, would you buy it? Do you think you could rock this, just with regular clothing, or do you think this will be strictly a basketball shoe? Let me know in the comments. I would like to know. I would definitely like to know. I definitely enjoy reading comments. I definitely enjoy responding to them. I don't really get too many comments, so it's easy for me to respond. But hey, flood those comments with positive comments, with good questions, or just with trivia, or whatever have it. Or, take me back to when you're a child, or when you're a teenager and you seen this shoe. Let me know how you thought about it. Let me know how you thought about Michael Jordan wearing it when you saw him play against the Orlando Magic. This is the year that he actually lost against the Orlando Magic when he came back from retirement. So yeah, let me know. I would like to hear all your guys' stories when it comes to these shoes. Do you guys remember the 90s? If you guys grew up in the 90s, what do you think that was the golden era of basketball shoes? Because I think so, man. A lot of those shoes were just classics. A lot of great stuff came out of the 90s. I'm very, very blessed and happy to see all those shoes come out in the 90s and to be around during that time. So compared to now. You know, it was just completely different. But like I said, thank you so much. I thank you for tuning in, for showing me support, and definitely this is, you know, sneaker profile number 33. But this is really sneaker profiles 3 in this series. We still got 2 more to go. I hope to catch you on those next 2. Hopefully, you know, better soon than later. But I will definitely be coming soon with that next one. So be on the lookout for that. And until then, you guys stay blessed. Okay, stay blessed, stay safe, and I will definitely catch you sooner than later.